Bismillah wa billah walhamdulillah wassalatu wassalamu ala khatim al-anbiya wal mursaleen wa ala AhlulBayt al-Tayyibin al-Tahirin al-Ma'sumin. Amma ba'd. Dear brothers and sisters in Iman, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. And Ramadan Mubarak and Ramadan Kareem. In my opinion, there are 4 books other than the Quran al-Majid that must be present in the homes of all Shia Ithna Ashari Muslims. They are Kitab al-Irshad, Kitab al-Kafi, Mafati al-Jinan, and Nahj al-Balagha. Therefore, I plan on reviewing these 4 books sometime during the remainder of the nights of Shahr Ramadan al-Mubarak. However, I will not do them in order. Anyways, of the aforementioned, the first is a book now known as Kitab al-Irshad, the Book of Guidance, which originally was known by a longer title, al-Irshad fi ma'rifat Hujjatullah al-Ibad, which was written and compiled by Abu Abdullah Muhammad ibn al-Nu'man al-Baghdadi ibn al-Muallim, known popularly as Shaykh al-Mufid. The main teacher of Shaykh al-Mufid was Abu Ja'far Muhammad ibn Ali ibn Babawayh al-Qummi, now known as Shaykh al-Sadduq, the compiler, the Sahib of Man La Yahdhur al-Faqih, one of the 4 Kutub al-Arba'a, the 4 most important hadith collections for the 12 Muslims. His students likewise were exemplary. The 2 brothers Sharif al-Murtada and Sharif al-Radi, the compiler of Nahj al-Balagha, as well as Shaykh al-Tusi. Shaykh al-Tusi was the founder of Hawzatul Ilmiya Najaf al-Ashraf. Thus, the works of Shaykh al-Mufid, his teacher and his pupils, his students, represent a big core of the 12 curricula. He obtained the title al-Mufid, the one who gives benefit, not from one of his Shia Asatiza, Shia teachers, but from the Sunni scholars of the time, for in terms of his intellectuality, he was unmatched. And this is more than evident for al-Dhahabi, a protege of the rabid anti-Shi'i, anti-Rawafid Ibn Taymiyyah, who is much referenced by the Salafists today. In al-Dhahabi's book, Tariq al-Islam, he attempts to describe al-Mufid negatively, but has no choice but to praise him. He writes in page 9, volume 227, that Muhammad ibn Nu'man al-Baghdadi ibn al-Muallim, otherwise known as Shaykh al-Mufid, he was the head of the Rafida and their scholar, and he wrote various books, in them the delusions of the Rafida and the accusations against the Salaf. Allah ended his life in Ramadan, relieving the Muslims of him. He then quotes Ibn Abi Tabi, saying he was one of the sheikhs of the community and the tongue of the Imamiyah, and was an expert in theology, jurisprudence, and polemics, and he was alone on his own level above all in his knowledge, and he would debate all followers of different schools and faiths. A group narrated to me that Shaykh al-Mufid did not leave a single book of the Sunnis, the Mukhalifin, except that he had memorized it and scrutinized and studied it, and he was able to solve all the community's issues. And he would say to his students, do not become uninterested in knowledge, for only the weak stumble. And I have also been told that al-Mufid was of the most eager to teach knowledge. He was thin and his skin was of a brown color, and on the occasion that he could not convince a stubborn opponent, he would return to his prayers and ask Allah Azza wa Jal to give him the answer. He lived for 76 years and wrote more than 200 books, and 80,000 attended his funeral, which was a well-known funeral. Thus, those that espoused hatred of him had no choice but to speak good of him. This is the excellence of Shaykh al-Mufid. Moving on, why do I say that the Kitab al-Irshad is a must-have for all Shia Ithna households? Because we, by calling ourselves the Ithna Ashariya, the Twelvers, have a duty to know who the 12 are. In my opinion, it would be dishonest to call ourselves the partisans, the supporters of the 12 Imams, if we didn't even possess basic knowledge on who the 12 were. Honestly, how many of us know a single thing other than the names of Imam al-Taqi al-Jawad or Imam al-Hadi al-Naqi alayhim salatu wasalam? Common man literally knows nothing. Thus, Shaykh al-Mufid, seeing this problem, decided to write a book on the lives of the 12 Imams that could be fully comprehended by the lay people. And the presence of the Kitab al-Irshad in the homes of lay persons today, nearly 1,000 years later, highlights his success. Therefore, his style of writing in this book is extremely brief and highly objective. It is to the point. We all know that there are differing views on history amongst the the various Sunni schools, the various Shia schools, and the other schools in Islam. However, instead of going into debate on these issues, he only brought forth what he personally accepted as the historical truth. Thus, he kept it extremely brief, just enough for the common Shia laypersons to understand. So this book in today's society would be equivalent to the non-intimidating how-to guides such as For Dummies series or Complete Idiots Guide series on the A'immat al-Tahirin alayhi afdal salatu wassalam. And what makes me extremely happy about this translation in particular of Kitab al-Irshad is that it is done by a legitimate Western scholar, I.K.A. Howard, who was a pioneer in the field of Shia studies in the Western world. Unfortunately, he passed away about 2 years ago. Nonetheless, unlike other translations, this translation is superb in that the wording, the grammar, the syntax, etc. is perfect. So, this book literally transforms the ignorant into the learned. Thus, I highly recommend all to get a copy of Kitab al-Irshad. Please consider it almost part of your wajibat. That concludes our review from today. If you have found it beneficial in any way whatsoever, please reward me with your prayers. Till tomorrow, Assalamu alaikum and fi aman.